What's up? Ooh, look at the hair, look at the mane. I think we're ready, fam. I think we're ready for some more NOC action. Let's talk carnivore. Let's talk eating some meat. Let's get into it and let's go deep. Got some nuts on the chin coming up. And no, I'm not wearing a shirt, of course. It's kind of my thing. And the reason is, if I start wearing a shirt, people get angry if they don't see the nips. So they're here. Don't you worry. Let's go, fam.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Papa Swolio Obvi, back with another video. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to subscribe, like, do your stuff, and check the description down below for all the deets where you can find the Swole fam and all my other resources. I am disheveled. I just had a great arm pump. Feeling good. I always creak and crack. I feel good. I feel limber. I feel nice. And I got a ton of DMs about Joe Rogan's latest post on Instagram. He mentioned how he's going carnivore. We're going to get into that in just a minute. First, I want to give a special shout out to the Swole fam. What's up, fam? I know we're crushing it. Reminder that Monday at 12 noon Eastern time is our accountability meeting, new releases, and all the stuff that's coming up for SwoleCon 2020 and the other things I mentioned before, but we'll talk about it Monday at 12 noon Eastern time, all right? So don't miss it. Check the events in the private group if you haven't RSVP'd. Okay, I want to give a shout out to Andrew. He's a new member of Swolenormous X, and he says, "Hey all, my name is Andrew, and I just recently became a member of the Swole family." All right, Andrew, what up, bish? I've been following the live streams and finally took the plunge to join. I have been in the military for 15 years. Thank you for your service. In December 2016, I was deployed and got news my father had passed away. It hit me hard to the point where I stopped caring about my lifestyles, fitness, and everything else. I was in a deep, dark place. I put on about 50 pounds to the point where I am barely passing my fitness tests. Watching the live streams gave me hope that there are others out there battling the same things. I have joined to better myself this year and to be a part of a community to help and learn from each other. Here's to a new year and a new me. Can't wait to see what 2020 has to offer. Swole up. Swole up, Andrew. Thank you for your service. I'm sorry to hear about your father. In 2016, I lost both my grandparents, so I definitely feel you, and they were close to me. They were like a second set of parents. So respect. Thank you for serving. Condolences, and I'm glad you're part of the fam, and I'm glad you're ready to crush it. That's what's great about a community, and I've talked about the first pillar of Swolenormous a lot. Community is the first pillar for a reason. Your circle, who you surround yourself with, makes all the difference. If you're surrounding yourself with crappy people, people that drag you down, how are you going to move forward? How can you swim if you have dead weight pulling you down to the depths of the ocean? All right, so you're in the right place, and we're going to crush it this year. 2020 is going to be huge. And speaking of huge, I don't know what huge has anything to do, but maybe this topic, because there's a bunch of videos floating around on the interwebs already. But I want to start off by showing you Joe Rogan's post, and then I want to give my thoughts on kind of the concept surrounding this. You'll see. I mean, I got some nuts for some chins out there, and maybe it's your chin, but we'll see how it goes. So his post, he has a plate of steak, and it says, "So two things are going on. One is that Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, and Ari Shafir and I are going to do a weight loss podcast at the end of February, and we're working out the details now, but we're getting body composition scales, and we're going to all go on diets and exercise a lot to see what kind of results we can get in 8 weeks. We all were pretty disgusted with how fat we were when Ari shamed us into getting on a scale during the last podcast. I weighed 205, which is about as fat as I've ever been, and my goal is to get down to around 190. The second thing is that for the whole month of January, I'm going on a strict carnivore diet. January is World Carnivore Month, and I figured, fuck it, let's see what happens. So as an experiment for the entire month of January, I'm not eating anything but meat and eggs. I'm getting my blood work done on Monday, and then again when I'm done with the diet, and I've been on it now for about 5 days, and I'm already looking leaner. My energy level has been excellent too, kind of shockingly good. I'm making sure this isn't a temporary placebo effect, but at least for now, I'm definitely experiencing some benefits. Many of you know I mostly eat wild game, which is very lean, so I'm supplementing that with beef tallow and some other fattier cuts of meat like this bison ribeye I just took out of his grill. So a couple things about this, and this video is not going to be a debate about whether it's good to be a carnivore specifically, or it's better to be a vegan, plant-based versus eating meat. You have your own beliefs and you can drop your comments down below, but this is just more like the concept of this 30-day fuck fucking bullshit. Can I say that? 30-day bullshit. I've been seeing so many videos online about we went vegan for 30 days. We went carnivore for 30 days. We did this for 30 days. Is it just me or is 30 days jack shit in terms of getting any kind of fucking feedback? If you go by the general research and consensus that it takes 21 days to build a habit, I say it takes one moment if you commit to it. If you say, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna quit smoking, and you never smoke again, it didn't take you 21 days. That's it. It just, you chose not to, you never did it again. So I get the whole 21 days, but when you think about it, your entire body system, your entire transition into a new lifestyle, there's a lot of that transition period that happens within that first 30 days. You can go on a vegan diet and be deficient in certain nutrients. Now, don't get your panties up in a bunch. I know you can get all your nutrients. That's not what the argument is. With any kind of diet, you can be deficient. Let's put it that way. You can be deficient for 6 months and not see any negatives until 6 months or a year or 5 years. These could be chronic deficiencies. Even in an omnivorous diet, if you're missing certain foods and certain nutrients, vitamins, minerals, you might have issues down the road from that chronic lack of presence in your diet. So that just bothers me.
This is the worst.
The whole 30 days, it's like weight loss challenges in 30 days or 6-week fucking shreds. It's annoying. This is not a short-term sprint. If we're actually gonna do research or you're gonna do a test, I mean, I think Joe, that'd be a great person to do it because he has a massive audience. We could do all the blood work and he can share it on his podcast. And we'll actually get some anecdotal, at least, one person. So it's not a study, but at least it'd be something a little bit more transparent. 30 days, you're just getting started. You're literally just getting started. Some of the things that I've done, imagine doing yoga for 30 days. You'll feel more flexible. You're not going to get into the real benefits of a full yoga practice until you've been doing it for years. Anyone that practices yoga can tell you that. Even if you do it every day for a month. I mean, first off, that's too much, really, if you're doing like vinyasa flows and stuff. But even 3 or 4 days a week for a month, you'll see benefits, but you're just like scraping the surface. No comparison to a regular yoga practice over the course of years in combination with other types of training and programming. So, aside from the meat and eggs and this, that, and the other, I just feel like it's going to be more anecdotal, more just talk. It's going to stir up more controversy. It's going to kick more shit up. I'm sure you've probably seen the Chris Kresser and the James Wilkes debate in which there was a lot of individual shaming and character assassination and a lot of misrepresented facts. I mean, I'm sure you've probably seen a lot of the follow-up videos. So people that are smarter than me, people that are digging it, love to dig into all these different things. Most of this stuff is just how much we've researched it to this point. It's so easy to pick on one study. Even if there is study on one subject, it's one study. We need many, many, many more. Like, we're just getting into this and people act like they know everything. And going carnivore for a month, I see so many YouTube videos. Type in carnivore for 30 days or carnivore challenge. So what? Well, I felt good. Of course you lost weight after a couple fucking days. You lose water when you cut carbs. Like, that's going to happen. I feel great in the first couple days. So does everyone that stops eating a lot of shit. Obviously, Joe, you were in the worst shape you've been or the heaviest you've been. So you're gonna feel better because you're not eating shit. Obviously, you gained a lot of weight from probably eating crap. Now you're just eating meat and really quality meat like bison, free range, wild, and tallow. And now you feel great. Shocker. It's like anyone else that goes on a junk food to a vegan diet. Wow, I feel so great. Well, you're not pounding McDonald's. Of course you feel good. So this type of short-sighted, and I'm not saying it's bad or good, or I'm not saying, I do like the Joe Rogan podcast. A lot of it is foofy and just bro science, but what isn't nowadays? There's a lot of cool guests. So if you haven't checked it out, I'm sure you have, but you can check it out. That's what's great about these podcasts that have guests. You learn about a lot of different people where you can go down rabbit holes and be like, ooh, let me check out their podcast. Let me read their book. So that's cool. So whether or not you believe in carnivore or vegan, I want to hear your response. What do you think about the whole 30-day thing? I think that's so blown out of proportion. I don't know what other videos you've seen about 30-day carnivore, but you're not going to get into the real issue. Wow, I felt great after 30 days, so you're going to stop probably. It's World Carnivore Month. What about figuring out nutrition for the rest of your life? What about pursuing something to pursue it long term? Let me just try this for 30 days. That's a good YouTube video. That's a good title. That's why you see all these channels. I don't care what you did for 30 days. Shut the fuck up. If you're gonna do a diet and you're gonna change major components like that, like going all vegan or going all carnivore, you better be doing a video where you're tracking it daily for 6 months. Give me at least 6 months. Why not? I don't think that's too hard to ask. We need more of those studies, of course. We need more of that transparency. There's a lot of anecdotal stuff. And to be honest, I eat a lot of meat. I do. That's what she said. I eat a lot of grass-fed meat. I love ribeye, and I've been biasing more towards carnivore, but I'm not carnivore. I eat a lot of fruit, and I do have some veggies, some other plant-based foods. So I'm not full carnivore. I don't know if I want to. It's not that I have my doubts. It's just that I don't know. I I don't know. I don't have a reason to. I don't have any major autoimmune issues. I feel great with what I'm doing. I've progressively tweaked what type of animal products I consume, and now I just keep on feeling better and better and better. So if I had to choose, I would definitely personally go carnivore over vegan, because I've done vegetarian and vegan for a while in the past, and I couldn't hack it after all. It just didn't work out long term for me. This is before, I really knew about quality of food. This is years ago. And it got rid of my acid reflux. I went like alkaline. I really got rid of all this antibiotic pumped chicken and grain-fed beef and just crap, breads. I got rid of all that stuff. So not only was I doing vegetarian and vegan, but I really cleared out a lot of the processed stuff. So it definitely had benefits for me. But then after a while, I just felt really uncomfortable, and I felt like in my DNA I needed meat. So for me, I came back, but then 100% grass-fed, never had acid reflux again, no issues, unless let's say I have a beer or I eat some bread or something that might trigger some acid reflux or get that reaction, because I'm very sensitive to that type of stuff right now. If I go back to some of the crap that I used to eat, like a lot of us, we eat crap, we learn, we move on. So my point of this video is to say I fucking hate that 30-day challenge shit. I want to know what you think, and I want you to pursue what's optimal for your health and your nutrition. That's why I talk about the elimination diet a lot, systematically removing commonly allergenic foods that cause people issues oftentimes, like dairy, like grains. It doesn't mean you can never eat those again, but a lot of people find that they do better and they like it without it better. They didn't realize that they feel better, they perform better. They got rid of some of these issues like bloating or migraines or joint pain. And if you want to go back and eat those again, look, it's your life. But I think nutrition should be individualized. I think we got to stop planting flags and demonizing other people for their choices, and we need to focus across the board on quality and individualizing for the person's needs. So what do you think about this 30-day challenge bullshit? My thoughts, and drop in the comments down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you haven't yet subscribe for more nuts on your chin. And I hope you enjoyed this salty vinegary sack. Time for me to shower and get some nice clean balls. And if you're new and you're like, what the heck is he talking about his ball sack and why he's not wearing a shirt? Welcome to the fucking channel. Thanks for watching. Peace out, fam. This is my channel. I make the videos. You watch the videos. We are here together in one place. You comment, maybe I see them, maybe I don't, but it's fun times, yes? Thank you for being here. I love you. And now you can play the outro.
All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swolio put nuts on their chin like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury.